Welcome back, traders. This is my market outlook on index futures for the week of July 27th. It is the last week of July, however, Friday will be the first Friday of the month for August. And if you check the economic calendar, you'll see we do have non-farm payroll this week. Also, there will be other high impact news such as consumer confidence on Tuesday, GDP and FOMC on Wednesday, initial jobless claims and core PCE on Thursday, and of course NFP Friday. So with a bombshell of high impact news, it will be a very difficult week to navigate in the markets. But let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, starting with S&P. I'm jumping straight to the daily chart this time for ES. Last week, I said to keep an eye out on this daily fair value gap. I was looking for price to use it to bounce price up to this negative 1.5 standard deviation target. It did just that. In fact, it went another 45 points higher, creating another daily fair value gap. So this daily fair value gap is what I want to focus on this week. I want to see if price will use it to bounce price higher for this -2 standard deviation target. I'm thinking this could happen on Monday and Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, since it's the end of the month, I'm thinking we could get a pullback. But looking at the markets right now, there is no indication that we will be heading lower. There really is no reason to be bearish until we close below this daily fair value gap. But even then, I would like to see this low get taken, and I want to see a closure below this daily fair value gap before I would feel comfortable looking for any short setups. There are a lot of inefficiencies here on the daily, and if you look on the weekly chart, there is a large weekly fair value gap, and I think price will want to eventually return here to rebalance it. But like I said, we currently don't have any bearish signs right now. Price could just keep rallying beyond the -2 standard deviation, so we have to play it safe right now and just keep an eye out for the signs I gave you to see if the market will be reversing or not. Here's Nasdaq on the daily. Last week, we went down to 50% of this daily fair value gap that I told you about and used it to bounce price up over 300 points for the -1.5 projected target that I gave you. So very similar to ES, but the stark difference here is we don't have a new daily fair value gap. So my attention is still focused on this older daily fair value gap from the previous week. Now, price could just keep rallying higher and higher, but I'm focused on this fair value gap to look for any bearish signs for a reversal. If we get a closure below this fair value gap, I'm looking at these equal lows here and this weekly fair value gap for price to drop back into. Also, there are a lot of inefficiencies back down here, and I think price can drop back into this as well. It really depends on how price behaves around this daily fair value gap. Right now, there are no bearish signs. So I kept it short and sweet for you this week, but still very objective. I feel like my predictions have been on fire lately, and I'm curious to see what is my accuracy. I hope these market outlooks have been helpful to you. I will be reviewing my outlooks and taking a look at my accuracy, so make sure to subscribe so you know as well. And give this video a like if you think it is helpful. But until next time, safe trading.